Oh, we are ready for what ought to be a most interesting final event right here on Championship Wrestling, David.
Should be indeed. We've got a tag team match with Tony Falk over in the corner of Pat Rose and Abdul Gaddafi. But going against, look at that, Big Joe Leduc and Jeff Jarrett. Been looking forward to it all along. And we're finally to the expiration of time main event of the day. Referee Jerry Calhoun is telling Tony Falk, sit down in the chair and stay there. I hope he listens.
Mighty good idea.
I doubt he will.
A couple of real bulls squaring off in there right now, Gaddafi and Leduc. These are two very large gentlemen. An interesting pairing with Leduc and Jeff Jarrett. By the way, I was impressed with Jeff, a comment that he made. Jeff was saying that he needs to be in the gym learning, but because his name is Jarrett, he's forced to be in the ring wrestling, and that's a very, very good comment to make, and shows you that he's got his feet right on the ground. He is brand new, just brand new. You probably saw the very first effort that he ever had in championship wrestling. He is teamed up with an unusual guy, Joe Leduc, who just whipped Big Gaddafi right across the ring.
Boy, these two guys are both huge, both weighing over 280 pounds. Leduc with about a 4-pound weight advantage. And he put a right hand to good use there, as you can tell from the reaction from Abdul Gaddafi.
Pat Rose takes the tag. Pat took a little look at who he was going to be against, but I've never seen Rose back up from anybody yet, and I don't suppose he'll back up from Joe, at least until after he's been in there with him for a little while. He's got a headlock on Rose. Leduc, very strong. Oh, wow. Good. Did you see that shoulder?
It's like a truck ran over him.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. He murdered him with that shoulder alone. It just splattered him on that canvas. Ooh. Leduc swings with the right hand. You are not going to see too much finesse in that. He just uses that superior power. And yet, Dave, saying that, it makes it sound like he's just a plotter and a clubber. Leduc is so fast for a guy that big. I can't believe it every time I see him display some of that speed. He's got it.
He's got the tools, no doubt about it. We've seen him with drop kicks and all sorts of things.
Doesn't that knock you out when you see that guy go up with a drop? Look at here! Speaking of drop kicks, Joe Leduc popped Pat Rose down, and there's a tag on Jeff Jarrett. Catches him with a flying press.
Pat Rose whipped into the rope. Good shoulder by Rose coming off of there. This time Jeff Jarrett's waiting for him. Look at Jeff move.
That's one thing we said about him the very first time we saw him in action. He's got a lot of learning to do. He's got a lot of experience to get under his belt, but God gave him great speed, and boy, he has plenty of that.
He's got that athletic ability. He can move in the ring, and he's going to have to use that in his career because he doesn't have all the size that, for instance, the Leduc has. Look at that. Nice move. Good reversal by Jeff Jarrett. He takes Pat Rose down to the mat and has got him there with a left arm bar. Tony Falk yelling and screaming about hair pulling down at ringside.
Good combination of a hip toss right back into an arm drag as he popped Pat over and down and goes into a bar in there. Jeff with marvelous high school credentials as a basketball player, excellent in college, and I think we told you last week, academic All-American at Aquinas where he goes to school.
Tony Falk calling for some action here. He's not happy with the predicament Rose is in at the moment. Oh, Gaddafi got him with a knee as he came over into the rope.
There's some of that inexperience when he was making the cross, and he ran right into Gaddafi, who just blasted him down on the mat.
Jeff being choked by Gaddafi. Referee counting for the break. Gaddafi breaking it and then went right back to him. Now he's got him over the top rope, choking him with a rope. The body slam by Gaddafi. Look out, he goes to the rope, drops down with the arm. Might be at the cover. Count of one is all he got. Jeff able to break out of it at the 1 count. Pat Rose. I think he hit him with a thumb. Looked like he jabbed that thumb in his throat.
Well, this is what you call learning the hard way. And Jeff, very determined, slammed back at him. He's a fighter, no doubt about that. Rose goes to the throat. That shows you Pat was upset and irritated when he nailed him because he got him hot enough to go right for the throat in front of the referee. And Pat Rose, rough, tough son of a gun, I'll tell you. He takes an elbow and plants it on Jeff. Buries him on that mat. Covers him. 2. Our time winding down here on Championship Wrestling. We'll check it all for you in just a moment. Gaddafi, big body slam.
Look out from the middle rope. Hey, Jeff Jarrett out of the way. Needs a tag. He gets it on Jos Leduc. Look out. Falk around the ring is working on Jeff Jarrett. And the referee has disqualified him. He's disqualified him because Falk was interfering.
Falk ran around the ring and nailed Jeff Jarrett, who was down on the ring apron. Jeff had just gotten off a tag to Jos Leduc, and Leduc was in slamming Rose and Gaddafi. And Jeff was catching his breath on the ring apron, and Falk zipped around there, started beating on him, and now he is just hammering him from one post to the next on the turnbuckles, while Gaddafi and Pat Rose, here comes Lawler.
Lawler came in there looking for Falk. Falk was working on Jeff Jarrett while Rose and Gaddafi were keeping Leduc out of it. There the hands raised. Jeff and Jos Leduc are going to get the victory by disqualification here.
We'll check the time. Be back in a moment.